Hi friends, today for math we're going to be doing some measuring and we're going to be measuring the length of different objects. Sometimes when we measure we can use a tool called a ruler. This is a ruler that I have. If you wanted to measure length you would turn it this way. And this ruler uses inches to measure. Sometimes we can use rulers that have centimeters, and that's what we've been talking about for our science fair project. But today we're not going to be using a ruler. Instead, you're going to need something from around your house to measure with. It really can be anything that you can find. You can use a marker, you could use a pencil. I'm going to be using an eraser to measure today. You can use your hands, you can use your feet, a toy, a piece of paper, anything that you can find, and you're going to use it to measure how long different things are. Before you do your activity, I'm going to show you 3 examples just to show you how measuring length should work. Remember, length is the side to side. Tomorrow we'll work on measuring height, but today we're going to work side to side and measure length. I'm going to be using this eraser, so we're going to be finding out how many erasers long each of these things are. First, let's start with my picture of a paintbrush. When I measure the length of an object, I want to make sure that what I'm measuring with lines up with the edge of what I'm measuring. So I'm going to put my object down on top of it. Where it stops, I want to place my finger. Because this is bigger than one eraser, I'm going to have to move my eraser over. So I lined it up. I'm going to place my finger down, and then I'm going to pick up my eraser. I'm not going to move my finger. Place my eraser down where my finger is. So now that's been 2 erasers long. Then I'll move my finger again and pick it up. It's not quite 3. It's closest to 2 erasers long. When you're measuring for this activity, it's not always going to be exact, but it's going to be what it's closest to. So I would say that this paintbrush is 1, 2, closest to 2 erasers long. Let me show you how I would measure the length of the book. First, I'll start by lining it up on the edge. That's 1 eraser. I'll put my finger where the eraser stopped. That's 2 erasers long. And again, it's not quite 3, it's closest to 2, so I would say that this book is also 2 erasers long. The last thing I'm going to measure is my pointer. I'll line up my eraser at the edge. That's 1. That's 2. That's 3. And it's not quite 4, it's closest to 3, so my longest object in length was my pointer, and it is 3 erasers long. For your activity today, you're going to need a piece of paper and your object that you found. And with your paper, what you're going to do is you're going to fold it. First, you're going to turn it the long way. You're going to fold it in half and pinch. And you'll turn it again the long way, fold it in half and pinch. And when you open it back up, you should have 4 rectangles on your paper like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. You're going to be using the object that you found, and you're going to go around your house and find 4 different things to measure the length. Try to pick some things that are really short in length and other things that are really long in length. And you're going to be writing down how long they were. I would also, above where you're going to write how long they are, draw a picture of what you measured or write the name of it so you remember what it was. So for me, I would draw a picture of my paintbrush here, and then underneath I would write 2 erasers. Draw a picture of my book here, and underneath write 2 erasers. Draw a picture of my pointer here, and underneath write 3 erasers. Then I would have to go somewhere in my house and find 1 more thing to measure. If you want to share a picture of what you measured with your teachers, we would love to see it and give you a compliment.